spot of land that was once deserts now stands the city of Glendale, and a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. Punter Mitch Wishnowski ready to do the honors. And away we go in Glendale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Murray taking it right to the air. McBride hauls it in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And they had that one contained right at the line. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
2nd and 10 now. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Wilson's got it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
I can't believe what I watched. Woo! Oh, what are we doing?
4th and 3, drive on the line. They'll run, it's Benson. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Purdy throwing here to start. Escapes the pocket. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He puts some juice on it deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49 see, up and good for Moody. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first down. It's the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 28. He's got him. That's McBride. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Conner on the inside give. And he's brought down after a short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, a run with Conner. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He's got Harrison. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Conner. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
This is caught. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals tie this game 7-7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. All right, here we go. Second down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 22. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Completed here to McCaffrey. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Throwing now from the gun. Brought in by Ayuk. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. Oh, what a hit! Starts the ball loose! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed, got him the ball back.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half. You just kind of wait. You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the score remains knotted 7-all.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Murray here on first down. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 39. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Purdy looking to throw. And this one's up there, but too far up there.
Well, that's one you chalked up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's fourth down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on fourth down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be Cardinals football. First and 10 from the 41. Now Murray. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him. Until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 28 out of that play. And that's a Cardinals first down. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 27. He's got it near the 8. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I'm sure Coach, a play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Trying to run it in, Connor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
One more time with Connor. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Cardinals are on the move here. So now, here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Murray. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. And the 49ers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Back to the air on 2nd, Purdy. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson makes the play. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This one intended for the running back. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Kyler to throw. Ryman there to haul it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, Murray. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Back to the air, Murray. Finds his target, Ryman. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him, so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Makes the connection to James Conner. Just a couple couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. So no return on that punt. And the 49ers will take over deep on their own side. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Purdy on first down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or two short of the 20 here.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
George Kittle, the intended receiver. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Mitch Wisnowski on the punt. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. No return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Able to hit Ryman. Complete. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Big guys, big guys. Big guys, big guys.
Throwing from the gun here. Has a man, that's Greg Dortch. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Connor here from the gun.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Badgley able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Running back sent in motion. From the gun is Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
To throw again, it's Purdy. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again, following the sack. That throw finds Kittle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Third and long, Purdy. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Kyler looking to throw. This will be cut by Connor. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set up now for first and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the 49ers!
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
McCaffrey will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's second and goal. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He's got it! Touchdown, San Francisco! All right, so the Great job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now, Murray. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down carry for Connor. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Man in motion here. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Bernardo Green with that tackle. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. That's complete to Wilson. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a 9-point advantage. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals make it a 10-point ball game. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kaiser White has it. And the Cardinals have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. It's Connor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Here's Kyler to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Badgley able to knock it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Purdy to throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second and 3 now. From the 42. He fires one deep down. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Jair Brown has it. And the 49ers have some new life in the 4th. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Purdy looking to throw. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Working quickly here. Purdy on first down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Again, left side to McCaffrey. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now Purdy. Complete to Hyatt.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Third and a lone yard coming up. On third and short, McCaffrey. Ooh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll go, it's McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Now it's Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers parlay the interception into points. George Kittle, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 1st and 10, Murray. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. He's going to get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Looking to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st to the air. Murray connects on the crosser. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals make it a two-possession game here in the fourth. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He beams one deep right side. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now within 1 score in the 4th. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Murray thrown again on 2nd and 10. Able to hit Rodney, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Running this with Connor. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Wilson's got it. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals leading by 6. 1st down, ball at the 36. Now Murray on the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here's the give to Connor. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Back to Connor. He breaks the tackle. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Connor on the inside give. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports with